Hi everyone, a little bit of a different, which I do a lot of, a little bit of different video. So this one is not about my milling machine or my lathe or my TIG welder or anything in the workshop. It's about my car. So if you've seen some of my other videos, you'll see some of the vehicles that I've owned, and I will put pictures in shortly of all the vehicles that I've got pictures of. I owned a lot of vehicles that I haven't got pictures of because I never had a camera when I was a young'un. But when I was a young'un, I was 22 years old. I worked as an electrician, and I worked away a lot, and mainly in London. I worked many silly hours, weekends, etc, etc. I didn't drink a lot, I smoked a bit, but I saved my money, and I've always been a piston head, a petrol head, and I bought myself an E-type Jaguar. Now that a lovely car, you'll see a picture of it right now. Yeah, a lovely car, I enjoyed it, and I paid £1,300 for it back in 1973, was it? Something like that. And it was a 1969/70 car, lovely car. And then when the F-type came out in 2014, was it, 13, I saw them and I thought, wow, I like that. F-type Jag is the follow-on from the E-type. One day I'll own one of them if I can ever afford one. Anyway, in 2019, after selling a property and going through some bitter divorce, I had a little bit of cash, and I thought, yeah, for my retirement I'm going to buy myself the F-type Jag. Now there's a 2 litre, there's a 3 litre, there's a 5 litre V8. I've always been a petrol head, so the 2 litre were out the window, the 3 litre were out of that window, and the 5 litre was a must. Now apparently with 500 horsepower at the time, the 5 litre was a 2-wheel drive car, and many of them ended up in a ditch. Now I don't ever profess to being a fantastic car driver, although I have owned and driven a lot of sports cars. So I decided it had to be a 4-wheel drive. So the all-wheel drive that they brought out in 2015, I believe, was my go-to. Anyway, I ended up buying a 2017 all-wheel drive 5 litre R. Absolutely stunning car, goes like a rocket, fantastic car. So I bought it in 2019, it is now August 2023, and I did a grand total mileage of 3,000 miles. I just haven't used the car, I dare take it anywhere. I took it to a coffee bar one night, came out to go home, there were coffee splattered all over it. Somebody had thrown a cup of coffee all over it. And this is people that don't want you to have anything nice. And I realised at that point, at my age, I don't want any hassle. The car goes like a rocket, it's beautiful, it handles beautifully, but it's going to have to go. I'm going to have to sell it. So I'll be doing a video it's going on eBay, but I'll be doing a video to show you, before I sell it, what I had. And you've seen pictures probably of it, and you'll see me moniker with the back end of a F-type. So I'm going to sell it. I might even move my motorbike on, which I've got a Ducati Multistrada 1200S Touring with pretty much every option you can ever get on them I've got. That might have to go as well, because I'm getting to an age where heavy bikes, and that is a heavy bike, lovely bike, too fast for me, too heavy for me. So I'm thinking of dropping down a little bit to maybe a BMW F800 or something like that, even maybe 900. a much lighter bike. But what am I going to replace my car with? Well, I've always been a petrol head, and I've always spent my life laid under a car with an oxyacetylene welding torch in my hand or a MIG welder replacing parts. I right fancy, and always have fancied a TVR. Brother-in-law Tony, he had a lovely TVR 350 and took that to Le Mans. Lovely thing. So I fancied a Chimera or a Griffith, probably. I don't know. Maybe because of the room in the boot, a Chimera 450 or a 500. The 400 maybe, but not probably, because they've got smaller brakes and various suspension differences on them. So thinking of maybe a 450 or a 500 Chimera, probably 1998, 1999. Obviously nowhere near as much money as what my Jaguar's worth. So my next sort of video will be, did I sell it? Because it's not everybody's cup of tea in a V8 Jaguar, but some people it is. So we'll see. I mean, you're talking silly money here, big silly money. The car were £104,000 when it were new, and it's 6 years old, but with only 20,000 miles on the clock. So I'm hoping I'll get a good price for it. The dealers, main dealer, I've just had it fully serviced with a video that they send you showing you underneath the vehicle and all the tests they carry out, which is done free of charge, and they gave it an absolutely perfect bill of health, saying how immaculate it was, and that you know, it was a lovely car. Tyres, brakes, oil leaks, differential, gearbox, engine, everything perfect. So I'm hoping, and the bodywork has not a chip on it, not a mark on it, and it's in pearlescent white, and it's a Cabriolet. So I'm hoping to get a good price for it, but the dealers don't want to give you that. They want to buy it for nothing and sell it for maximum. So yeah, we'll see where we go with that. But I'll do a video on it, and tomorrow I'm hoping to go out and do a walk around video with the bonnet up, showing the engine, exhaust, the noise, dynamic exhaust sound, the standard exhaust sound, the valves that you can open and close. It does all sorts of things. So I just thought I'd bob that one in, a little video, just so that I'm going to do a Jaguar F-type 5 R review, I guess. It's a 4-year review, because I've owned it for 4 years. Okay, thanks.